Okay, so this will be my review of my game with Vail yesterday. I haven't seen his, but this was not a great game for me. Kind of get into why. I tried this high approach because at one point I knew some Josekis that started with this. Of course, I immediately forgot what they were. Um, Moving forward, this I think is my first real mistake. I jumped in here to sort of break up what was happening on the side. I didn't want him to develop this. In retrospect, I think something like this would have been better. Pressure on this stone. I think it's more important in the opening maybe to work well with my own stones rather than to try to jump in and destroy what he's doing because he hasn't really got anything together yet. So um, and I think that a reason I'm keen to jump in early like this is because I'm not very good at invasions. And so I'd like to be better at invasions. But since I'm not, I worry that if he builds too much out here, he's going to get it for sure because I won't know how to invade it later. That makes this move feel more pressing than it probably is. Um, it's sort of a takeaway. I make two space base, but both of these are sort of thank you moves for him that just allow him to solidify the corner. So surrounded in enemy territory now, I jump out a little bit. Um, go high since I've got support over here. Oh, he plays in here, and this feels like an overplay or feels like something I should punish. I think maybe a shoulder hit would have been a better way to punish, but I go this. Sorry, I go this way. The symmetrical nature of these two stones with that one and this one, something about it feels not great, but it's a knight's move, a knight's move, a knight's move. So that's what I settle on. And as he pokes at it and stuff like that, I do kind of end up uh, capturing that stone and solidifying down here. Uh, you know, um, he goes this way to cut this off and sort of push down on what's happening with these guys instead of just doing the simple thing like this. I go ahead and instead say, well, if you're going to go that way, I'm going to go this way. Um, and you're gonna eat that stone. I'm gonna eat this stone. I'm gonna take a bigger corner. I'm gonna threaten to undercut you under here. Okay, so that's fine, but the problem is that I'm not really then making good on any of these threats. He did this. I was worried that from here he would do like this type of. I was worried he was trying to do some funny business under here or something, but that didn't end up being the case. So, oops, no, that's not the line. That's the line. Okay. This way, I don't have to respond to that. That's too small. You notice if he takes, he can't push either. So he's trying to build a big moyo. That's what this wall is, and that's what this move is. So I say no. I want to come in, more poking. Um, that move is maybe not the right one. Maybe this one. I don't know. Okay. So more poking. Now still he's building, so he's built this piece of the moyo, built that piece of the moyo. I'm coming in now from the other direction. He prioritizes this. I say, all right, I'm going to come under and take it. I think I can live in the corner. Um, he actually lets me live in the corner, cuts me off from the side, so and then comes out with Sente so that he can continue to build this moyo. This is a sector line move. I'm not sure. Nothing feels good to me at this point. Nothing looks great, so I jump on the sector line to try to come in, push through a little bit. Now at this point, I feel like I could maybe go this way. He's sort of cutting me off here, but I feel like maybe this area here is a weakness. So I jump in with the thought that I can either cut this off because this is not exactly alive maybe yet, or I can put pressure on this other side since I've got this stuff down here undercutting. So more of this business. Problem is like that thing should have probably. So this group in here doesn't do well. I go this way. I thought about connecting under, but really I probably should have just come out. I felt like I had time to do this and threaten to cut this whole thing off. Um, but I didn't really. And this move I should not have done. My plan still optimistically hoping to cut this off, but see, I'm being really aggressive over here fighting and sort of betting that I'm gonna like kill, which is like classic Q level wrong-headed Go playing. I know that. It's sort of an experiment. This whole jump over here was sort of an experiment, though. So, and sure enough, he cuts me off, and all this stuff's gonna die now. I come here, I threaten it. My last vestige of hope. Now, okay, so can I connect this stuff out? But it's not really gonna work. Uh, come this way. Now I get the idea. Well, this is a little bit short of liberties. I've got 3 liberties here. He's got 3 liberties here. Maybe there's something possible here. But it doesn't really work out, and this is where I resigned. So Vail's a stronger player than me. I suspect he's probably 3 stones stronger than me at a minimum. And we don't play handicap games, so I'm sure a lot of these reviews will be me narrating my defeats, but that's okay. Um, anyway, the lesson to take away here, I think, primarily would be learn somehow to get a little bit better at uh, executing and defending against invasions so that then I can take my time in the beginning to set up appropriately. But apart from that, good game. I think he was more stressed out by it than I was because I was kind of just poking around over here to see what happens. I'm pretty casual about caring about whether I win or lose, unfortunately, which has the result of me losing a lot. um, but he did a good job, and so way to go. Hope he enjoys his victory, and I'm sure we'll be back together in a couple of weeks for another game.